Hey guys, I hope you're okay, hope you're well, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a video that I never thought I would actually film, but I realised there's a lot more people in my position than I never realised, so I just kind of wanted to make this video. As you can see by the title, I am unemployed, and I have been unemployed for now nearly a year. I've left university this time a year ago, and I haven't been employed since. Talk about the experiences I'm having, and yeah, so I thought I don't know why I wanted to film this, but I thought I'd do. So yeah, let's get into it. Finished university around this time, June, July-ish, and I graduated in July, I think, or June, because that's when Escape the Night started. So yeah, I graduated in late June, and I got a degree in media and communications, so that's photography, which is my favourite, filming, journalism, I did some of that, social media, just stuff like that. That's what my degree was in, and I haven't found a degree job yet. It's a lot harder than I thought. You are taught that you would go and get a degree, and that piece of paper will help you set your career. That piece of paper will help you get a job at the end of the year. That piece of paper will help your CV. That piece of paper means a lot, and actually it brought more stress getting that piece of paper, and I haven't actually seen any difference in getting that getting that degree. Yeah, to me, I feel like I've chose the wrong road down my career. I feel like I should have done an apprenticeship job, then I could stay into that job, that apprenticeship, impress them, and then I'll have a job after them. But instead I went the university route, and because I felt pressured in secondary school and in college, you felt pressured going for university, because that's what your next steps should always be. And if you're not going to university, you don't have a good career path to go down. So I really did wish apprenticeships were more talked about, but they really weren't. So employment has been very difficult for me. I've applied for over 200 jobs, which doesn't seem that much, but it is kind of. I've had rejections from rejections. I've had interviews. I've had face-to-face interviews. I've had Skype interviews. I've had group interviews, which I bloody hate group interviews, not gonna lie. I've had work job trials, which again is the worst. Work job trials are all about working for the company for a couple of days for free to see if they like you, and then after you're done with the work job trial, they basically never talk to you ever again. And you never hear from them ever again, and it just feels like you're being used for free work, because I obviously just can't get a staff member in, or something stupid like that. That's what I feel like work trials are. But yeah, I've had a lot of rejections. I've had to sign on, which is embarrassing to admit, but I had to sign on just so I can survive, because it's that bad. I've got and then on top of that, jobs actually lie on Indeed. So I'll go, my most used site to look for jobs is Indeed, and so many people lie about the wages on Indeed. I went for a job and I was employed by them. So this was like last week. So this was last week. I applied for the job, and it was a photography role, and it was for a park, and it was a new company, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply for it. I got an email back to answer some questions. I answered the questions, apparently that was fine. So I went for a work job trial. Apparently I smashed that work job trial and they offered me back. In return, I was going to sign the contract and I was going to be employed by them. And I thought, photography, yeah, you had to. The one thing I didn't like about it was the fact you had to be comfortable going up to people in the swimming pool and being like, do you want a photograph? And it was not, I didn't like it one bit, but I got more confident about it. And then you had to sell the photos, which was my downfall. And basically the director came in and to make sure everything was fine. There's a lot about this job that went wrong. Okay, so the director came in, said everything was fine, and about me selling the my photography was fine, my going up to the customers were fine, but the selling part wasn't that great and we didn't sell that many photos. I must say though, didn't like the way he pushed me. He was like, oh, so please edit this photo now, and then I'll edit the photo, and then he'll say, why are you not looking out for your customers at the same time? I'm like, you literally just told me to edit a photo and now I have to look out for customers at the same time as editing a photo. Didn't like that part. And then they lied about the wages, which a couple of companies do. They always lie about the wages on Indeed. They always go, it's 18,000 a year, and I'm like, okay, that's perfect, I can live off that, I can get a shared house with my boyfriend, that's great. Get there, and I asked about the wages, and they wouldn't tell me anything about the wages, and I got really annoyed, so I kept asking them about the wages, and they finally turned around and said, I said to them, look, it says 18,000 on Indeed, is that right, or what? Like, what is the wages, meaning because I'm going to sign a contract soon. And they said, basically, I'll be on £8 an hour, 5 days a week. It's not £18,000 a year. It is not £18,000 a year, because it depends. And that £8 is not even like, he just made that up in his mind. He told me the £8, it determines my age, what experience, how much experience I have, and that all changes. Your wage changes depending on your age and experience that you have. So that £8 couldn't be in £7, and yeah. And then on top of that, I was going to work alone, so I was going to take photos, edit them, and sell them 5 days a week alone. And he did some job trials as well while I was there, and I asked about them, and he was like, yes, they are people that are going to be working with the company, but you will never work with them. He was literally like, this person can only work on Sundays, so you will get Sunday off. And I'm just like, what? Like, so I have to set up. Oh, and by the way, I only had 2 days of training. 2 days of training, and on top of that, I was told that I couldn't contact them if anything goes wrong. It had to be on a full-on emergency for me to contact them. So if like a memory stick wasn't working or the battery ran out, I couldn't contact them. I had to sort that out by myself, all alone, with no support. And to clock in at work, I would have to Skype them and be like, hi, I'm in work. It just felt a little bit sketchy. It's very hard to find a job, and it's very hard to find a company that's actually telling the truth. I've had so many interviews where it's not the job that it entails. Interviews are getting better with me. My CV is good. My cover letter is good. I'm now volunteering to get that experience because I'm either overqualified or underqualified. So to get to because I'm underqualified, I don't have the experience that they want. So now I'm volunteering to get that experience. I'm volunteering for a company who is a charity, and I'm doing their social media. I volunteered for another company, but they really pushed me around. Yeah, I don't know how to explain them. So I only worked for them for about a week, and then I got really pissed off, and they just treated me like rubbish. So we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I'm now volunteering, I'm getting that experience, I'm getting out of the house. But that's the one thing I really don't like, is the fact you're in the house for 24 hours. And you're just applying for jobs, and it can really get you down. I think I've tried over 100 times over crying because I'm stuck in the house in my bedroom, applying for jobs, crying because I'm broke and I just want my future career to happen. I just want to see my path in life. I want to see where my future holds, and I can't right now because I'm unemployed. I don't have the money to. I'm 22, unemployed. It's not good. I've cried because I've got rejections from a really good company that I really wanted to work with. I've cried because, you know, it's just upsetting getting rejections, and it's just upsetting doing so well and then I don't know, it's just very, very upsetting, and I have wanted to just cry and stay in my room, and I've learned to go out of the house now. I've tried to get out of the house. Me and the boyfriend have found geocaching, which is definitely worth it, because my health has gone down a lot as well. I've got high blood pressure, high cholesterol that I have to sort out. So everything is just happening right now, and YouTube and my boyfriend are the only things that keeping me insane right now. Yes, Universal Credit is helping me be able to go out the house, to go to volunteering and stuff, and they are being helpful as well, but that's money that I haven't earned. I'm taking money that I haven't earned, and I do not like it. I want to earn my money, and it makes me very upset that I don't have a job, and I'm trying my best, but it's been... Okay, I did have one job for 3 months, and that was Alton Towers. Did a whole video on it. Wasn't that great, but my contract was only 3 months. But I want something good. I want something that's media related. I want something that's photography, journalism, social media. I really like social media right now. Like, I want that kind of job. I just want a job. I've tried and I've tried, and no one wants me. The Alton Towers job, I literally walked into a hotel, said what area I want to work at Alton Towers with, talked to them, and then I got offered the job. Like, I wish everything was that simple, but it's not. And the one thing I really don't like, there's things that I don't like about applying for jobs, that is the waiting time, the fact you don't get any email of rejection, the fact that even though I hate rejections, I'd rather get an email, the fact that it takes a month or two, like up to 2 months for the closing date to happen. It takes up to 2 months for an interview to happen. Like, it's like they don't care that people are looking for jobs. I don't know, I just don't like the timeline of things. To get my future now, I'm just ready to grow up and get a house with my boyfriend. I'm ready to get kids, but I can't do that because I can't get a job, and it's really frustrating, and it makes me feel like I'm a lazy person because I can't get a job, when actually, in actual fact, no one wants me, and that's sad to hear, but no one wants me. Oh, and so many people are so judgmental when I say I'm unemployed. Okay, so I had to go to my dentist and my doctors, and both of them were like, why aren't you getting a job? Have you applied for jobs? I mean, have you even applied for local shop jobs? And I was there like, yes, I have. I have done all that. I've got a degree and I can't even get a job. And then suddenly they hear that degree and they're like, Oh my god, I know, right? It's so hard to get a job after a degree, isn't it? I'm like, you literally, and then tries to simplify with me. And I'm like, you've literally judged me because you think I'm not applying for jobs. But as soon as I mention a degree, that I got a degree, you sympathise with me. Last time I was employed was in January. No, yeah, so my contract at Alton Towers stopped in January, and I full on stopped working there in December, 2 weeks before Christmas. And ever since then I've been unemployed. I feel like I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I've made a whole disappointment in my family, and I feel down about it, and I just want a job, and no one understands that, and I want a future, and I don't see any future. I don't see my future, and it's a scary thought, and it's a sad thought, and it has made me feel down. I wouldn't say depressed, but it kind of has made me feel depressed. It's very difficult, very difficult. My battery is flashing, so I'm going to go now. Hope you enjoyed this video and this little rant, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.